welcome to the big fight. Now, everybody likes a pay hike. Well, but if it's MPs, we're not quite sure. But that did lead to a considerable furor, and lots of people said that the MPs, A, do not deserve that pay hike, or if they deserve any hike at all, it should be linked to some sort of performance. So that's the subject of the big fight today. Should MPs get a pay hike, or should they not? And if they do get a pay hike, how much should it be, and what should it be benchmarked to? And joining us now on this particular discussion, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Naveen Jindal, Lok Sabha MP from the Congress. And Naveen, one of the reasons we've got you is you certainly don't deserve a salary or a hike. You don't need it also. You're the second richest MP as far as I know, from what I've heard. So, and I believe you don't use your salary in any case.
Yes, that's why I gave all my salary for last 5 years. I distributed notebooks in my constituency, and from this year, all my salary goes into Prime Minister Relief Fund.
Okay, so fine. So you don't need, so then you can talk from a point of view of principle, I guess. So great to have you with us. Shekhar Singh, convener of the National Campaign for the People's Right to Information, one of those who feels that the MPs do not deserve a salary hike at all. Jay Panda, leader of the BJD Parliamentary Party. Jay, it's great to have you with us as well to get your views on this. Anil Berwal, coordinator of the Association for Democratic Reform, somebody else who's been arguing very strongly against any pay hike for MPs. Om Prakash Yadav, independent MP from Siwan, one of the people who says that for independent MPs, they sometimes need the salary to make two ends meet. So we'll be getting your views in just a short while. Basudev Acharya joining us as well, Lok Sabha leader of the CPIM, and Kumi Kapoor, contributing editor of the Indian Express, who's been arguing in favor of the MPs and saying that they do deserve a pay hike. So lots of different views. Let's see where we stand on all of this. Naveen, why don't I get you to kick off? Sure. Why do you think MPs deserve a pay hike?
Because like everyone else, MPs need to also run their households. And there are lots of MPs. Not every MP is a Maharaja or an industrialist or a rich person. I think majority of MPs would be from very modest backgrounds, and like everyone else needs to run their family. So I believe you must pay the MPs very, very well. And as far as the precedence of order in the government is concerned, MPs are higher than the Secretary to Government of India. They get 80,000 rupees, Secretary to Government of India.
Do you agree with what he said? And if not, and I presume not, why not?
See, my objection primarily is to the form in which these salary hikes have been presented. First of all, the MPs decide for themselves.
Bureaucrats did the same, didn't they?
There's a pay commission.
There were bureaucrats who decided it.
Pay commission is not just bureaucrats. It's a body which has former bureaucrats, which have other people. And if the bureaucrats are doing it, it's wrong.
But if I can just contest that,
yeah.
When you're having in companies CEOs deciding to hike their own salaries, now, quite often, they may be promoters of companies and they're deciding to hike their own salaries. In a sense, quite often that does happen.
But the logic is different because the CEO's responsibility is a different sort of responsibility than to a parliament's responsibility. Parliament is not a profit-seeking organization. So, in this sense, you have to have probity. You have to set the example.
Jay.
I think there are three main objections. There's one objection that MPs should be in politics out of idealism. Another objection is that MPs get a lot of perks, so they shouldn't get a high salary. And the third thing is that MPs aren't giving the country the value that the citizens expect for the salary that they get. Very three quick answers. It's great that we should expect idealists to get into politics, but besides that, I think we need to attract professionals. We need to attract youngsters like people we see here who have other options. Point number two is they get perks. Now, the perks are not meant for MPs themselves. For example, they get a constituency office management allowance. MPs should have that in order to interact with their constituents. Third thing is, people have an expectation that MPs aren't giving money's worth to the country.